All right, can you guys hear me now? Okay, good. Good, 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 good. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Vega. Hi, Lingen. I hope you're all doing okay. I am still at the station. Man, I wish lighting was better. That's the one thing I like about this game and hate. I like that there is shadows. I wish I could make them not quite so dark. I can't crank anything up, can I? Brightness. I guess I can turn the brightness up a little bit. Yeah, that's a little bit better, but lighting in this game is... Hello, Governor. Hello, Dirty. So I did jump back on for a little while last night. I did not do anything exciting. I just did more station building last night. I did not stream it. I normally don't do that, but this part is pretty repetitive, and my voice was not hanging in very well, so I did not stream it. But I hope you're not all mad at me. I will have to yeah, right? The lamps are godless. I will have to take a few minutes. In probably just a few minutes. I have a loaf of bread in the oven, which unfortunately needs to come out of the oven here in just a few minutes. So I will be stepping away. It will literally be a 2-minute break while I take a loaf of bread out of the oven. So I'm on the last corner tower here, at least the upper portion. I think there's going to be some sort of a lower portion. Probably going to invert it and put another set down there, but for today, my big thing is to finish this upper portion. That way I at least have all 4 corners and all 4 lateral sides done. You nearly finished with the car. The displays are working, although I gotta come up with something to have on the rear displays. Oh, you have displays in the rear seats? I don't remember there being rear displays. And Vega, you were saying about the lamps. Yeah, the lamps are terrible. I wish we could just have lighted panels. Now, I went to one of Damage's stations, and he painted everything white. And while it is a bit flat looking, because his are all just flat surfaces and they're painted white, but the white made it much easier to see. If I incorporated a lot of white into the floors and things, it would make everything pop a lot better. So that is the plan. And Lingen, this is we're waiting on you to come back out here and do your magic, at least on part of it, so I can. If you can decorate one section in one corner, then I can copy it. But it'll be a long, slow process for me to figure out how to decorate one section. All right, now I have to remember how I did this part. I did this last night. I wanted to keep the momentum from last night because I remember the dimensions that I did after I struggled for quite a while. Alright, so we need 6 diagonals. 1, that's 2, 3, 4, this one will be 5. That top one is 6. Yeah, you've been playing around with that car, which, to be honest, is it's pretty amazing. Talking about the test universe, Monday I have scheduled another session with Praxis. So we should start. We're going to be doing more PvP. He's going to give me another PvP lesson. We're going to work with bigger ships this time. He thinks I'll be better with those. So if you're so inclined, Monday at the normal time, we'll be PvP. We'll be PvPing on the test universe. I might be able to stream a bit longer than normal today, being that my wife isn't home to tell me no. I will not be around tomorrow to stream. I have to go to my in-laws. for the day. There's some sort of extended family coming in. I want to see my children. So there will be nothing tomorrow unless I get on really, really late, which excludes most of you. So, but Sunday I should be able to get make up the time on Sunday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, we're going to keep copying this. The hardest part yesterday was remembering how I had built the other sections. So I don't want to lose the little bit of momentum that I have. And even though I think I'm all ready to start building the capital ship, which I'm super excited about. Because it will let me hop around as I see fit. So when you said 35 degrees left, is this with the belt above you? So it's to the right from the bottom and the belt is above you, yes. So if you're at origin 1, origin 30 should be on your left. And you should go to the right at about a 30-degree angle. To the right, not to the left, to the right. Let me see if I wonder if is there any way to... I really can't, like, from where we are, I can't really show you how to... So, let me think. Well, let's see if I do. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can... Well, we told you the yesterday we said the... So you're going to go to positive y, if that makes sense. If you head towards positive, positive y of about 200, so it's going to be like so x. So the x is going to be under the belt, whatever that is. So it's going to be negative x to get under the belt, and then you're going to have a positive y of like 200. I don't remember what we said yesterday, but if you aim for 200, a y of 225 or so, and a z of I think it was 1079 is what he said yesterday. If you aim towards that point, that will get you well within transponder range, if that makes sense. Two, 3, 4. So I don't know if your ISAN has waypoint system or not, but just aim in those two directions towards positive y and positive z. And you should be fine. But yeah, when you fly underneath it, the belt will be above you. Assuming you're oriented that way. Okay, so that is that part. And I need to do another one over there, but it's we're gonna finish this side wall up so we can work on the top. What are some quirks you could add to the car? Put some spinning rims on it. That's pretty quirky. Oh, that doesn't go there. Let's see what else. Well, I mean, you could think about stuff like some of the old James Bond cars. They have pop-up guns. Yeah, you don't have very much space. I didn't think you did. Alright, I hear the oven beeping, so give me 1 second. I literally will just be long enough for me to take a loaf of bread out of the oven, so hold on a sec. Alright, I apologize for that. I got into a project and then I couldn't get out of it. What am I doing? Goes beeps and boops. Oh yeah, you could add audio signals. You have make car noises, make a vroom vroom noise. Oh, landing gear. Yeah, I like things with landing gear, especially a little shuttle hopper like that, or a little station hopper like that. It's perfect to put landing gear on. You could have a backup. Anytime that FCU backwards is engaged, it beeps like a truck. That actually probably wouldn't be very hard to do either. I'm still up on my spinny screen. I'm proud of that spinny screen. That was a recent addition. It's not perfect, but it was my first endeavor into any sort of video editing like that. Thank you, though. What else could we add? Wonder what Damage is doing today, if his internet's back yet. I'm sure this internet outage has put him behind schedule significantly, and it's starting to wear thin on his patience. Anybody have any good weekend plans? Nothing exciting going on this weekend? Like I said, I have family stuff, which is never exciting. It's super boring. I will go to my in-laws' house and sit and wait until it's time to go home. And my kids love it, and it's good for them, but it's not a terribly exciting day for me. Though my birthday was recently, so there might be cake. And I am always a big fan of cake. I also think Starbase and Sons of the Forest for yourself. I've not played Sons of the Forest at all yet. I talked to, I think, yeah, it was Cerulean I talked to yesterday. We're going to have on Tuesday, we're going to take a peek at his Badger series of ships, take him out mining. So we're going to try one day a week. We're going to start taking a look at more and more of other designer ships. Take a closer look at them. We'll talk to the designers. And we'll see what kind of goodies they have baked into their ships. It should be a lot of fun. Oh, come on, I just need a regular sized one. There we go. So we're going to try to make that a regular happening. Try and get something different going on once a week. It's probably enough designers we can do that for quite a while. What is Sons of the Forest? I mean, I haven't watched anybody play it. I don't even know the premise of that game. Well, that's a mess under there. Let's pretend that doesn't exist for right now. Please tell me it's not another zombie game. There's enough of those out there. Well, I mean, that's how airplanes did it for a long time. that's how airplanes worked for a very long time, was 2 fronts and 1 rear. They would call it a tail dragger. So it's not that strange. Cannibals. Oh. So not zombies, but cannibals. So do I... See? I took the effort, and I flew all the effing way up there to put the advanced crafting bench up on a ship that's outside the build zone. And it's not recognizing it. So awesome. Let's build another one. Crafting bench. Basic. Advanced. Oh, I need a basic bench to build an advanced bench. Over here, why are these corners so tall? I'm trying to make... I'm not necessarily sold on the dock that's up there yet, but they're raised to put a landing dock kind of pointed towards the center. Like a landing arm, I suppose. That's what you'd call it. I gotta sneeze. Maybe not. I just wanted some height difference instead of just being a ring. So I don't necessarily like the way the top of them are looking at this point, but I have some more ideas on incorporating them. I like the concept of them, and there are really 2 parts. We can go over and look at one, but let me get some parts built. Let's get something cooking here, and then we'll go over and we'll talk about it. Hi Addison, welcome back. How are you today? Oh, not that. Not that either. I just hit all the buttons at once. I was trying to turn off... So these will be... I want to break these into... Just got home after a 14 hour shift. 14 hours is a long time. I used to do 12s, but 14 is too long. So I think each one of these will it'll either get broken into whatever this is, 3 or 6 rooms. I haven't decided yet, but it's probably big enough to just have 6 in each one. And then these corners, I'd like to have more of a common space. And then I'd like to put a dock or a set of docks up here, but they're just kind of a pillar to add some height and some shape. So that's the plan. I might put something different in front of it to make more depth here as well, but we'll see as we go. I like this concept. I don't like the top just yet. It's too flat. But I have parked a ship over there, and I like the concept of parking ships like this. The detail-wise just isn't, just not sold on the detail there yet. So, but it'll just be a process to. Hello, Jongo. How are you today? But each of these segments here should be copies of what or something similar to what you built at the other station was the plan, because this is the same dimensions as what we had originally. It's just same dimensions as we had before, but there's just more of them. Well, good morning then, Jongo. Though it's not morning, it's like, what, 6 o'clock at night there? Alright. So we got that. 7 p.m. 8 o'clock there. So, it's 2 o'clock, 7. Oh, that's right. With daylight saving times, you're an hour the other way. Our stupid daylight savings time stuff here. Nobody even knows why we have it anymore. They can't even agree on why they ever had it. But we do. You have daylight savings time as well? I thought we were pretty much the only place on the planet that still did daylight savings time. It's a very old concept that they can't even agree on why they did it originally. Oh, not that one. 2, 3. Well, I understand the concept of what it's supposed to do, but I don't know. How did I do this before? I suppose that was it. That way. Do you change it twice a year? Like, our daylight savings changes twice a year. We rotate back and forth in the spring and the fall. Oh, I'm out of those. Alright, slopes. Interesting. Yeah, we recently had ours a couple of weeks ago. I didn't realize that other places did it. They're talking about going away with it here. There's no reason for it. There's so few in agriculture anymore that, and I don't know why the time matters. It's either daylight or it's not daylight. Yeah, it's a different feeling when you're flying under or over the belt. I kind of like it. I assume you're able to do nearly max speed. It's a long trip out here, but it's not very far in the belt. So once you're in the belt, it's pretty short. So like 127 kilometers from where I am to the bottom of the belt. That part doesn't take very long. But the flying under the belt does take a while. Well, then you should be in good shape. Won't take you that long. It's like a 2-minute capital flight, which is nice. Oh, I think that's... You know what? I think I'm doing this wrong. I think this is only supposed to... I think this is too wide. I'm gonna have to go look, but I think I just did all that and it only needed to be 1 wide. You can't see any stations in front of you? As long as you're headed towards those ISEN coordinates, you should be fine. Can you see? I have a station that's kind of en route. It's in the belt, but it's kind of along the same line. It should be above you. It's called Derelict because it's the old station that we left behind. I haven't abandoned it yet because Lingen is still there. Or at least that's the last place we've seen him. I don't think he's logged. Yeah, that's only supposed to be a single 1 wide. That was... If you see Derelict and you're kind of along the same lines, then it should be above you somewhere. Let me see. Yeah, that's the old station. Derelict station. View. Yeah, you should be able to see it. Let's see. It shows you as a... you can have access to it too, but... You shouldn't need to go to it, but it should be along your route. Hopefully it's along your route anyways. I suppose that depends on how your transponder settings are set up. Yeah, I did this wrong. This is the part about building that I suck at, is moving, especially when it's so far away. I always screw up one part of it, end up undoing it. Then I get to listen to this wonderful noise a whole bunch. Look, and then I do stupid crap like that. Well, as long as you're headed towards... Kind of those in the positive Y direction. And you're headed into the belt and at a positive Y direction. You should see it before, or an incredibly long amount of time. The problem is it's like as soon as you don't even notice it until you get outside of like transponder range of the station, which is the part I didn't like. Or out of the as soon as you get out of transponder range of the origin, you should start seeing it. Yeah, it's like that. Oh, you see derelict station. Are you headed at least in that general direction? It should be way above you because it's deep in the belt, but it's along the same path, if that makes sense. Looks like a bunch of people have trickled in. Hello, everybody. If it's your first time here, thank you for stopping in. Say hello in the chat. Thank you, Django. I just need to get that chip to Cerulean, Django, which, if you give it to me, I can there we go. Transfer back to Origin. I was losing my words there. Oh, ooh, there he is. Look at that. A new endo. Well, the ship went into IMC and the glass is giving me vertigo, so it's fine. You'll have to put it down before. Oh, there it is up there. E. Here, pick it up again and move it just a little bit and then put it back down. And then it'll let me pick it up. Yeah, just pick it up and wiggle it and then put it back down, Django. There you go. Now I should be able to pick it up. Yep. I don't know why it does that, but you have to like put it down, pick it up, wiggle it around. You gotta do like the chicken dance with it. Thank you. Yeah, I don't, just, Cerulean, I just need to get it to you before Tuesday, so at some point, we will have to, be in the same place so I can get you the chip. And hello, Cerulean. Alright, so there's this part, and then we start building upwards. Did you see, did you try more than 3 ships? Have you worked your way up past 3, or does 3 seems to be the cap of what your computer will allow? What is going on? Where's my... Oh, I need a loop. There we go. I'm looking forward to seeing those Badger ships. Actually, I'm looking forward to getting behind the wheel of one and see how they fly and how we can how they work. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need to go 15. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, that's kind of my measurement. Oh yeah, that's right. You're getting one. I'm excited for you as well. I hear thrusters. Where is he? I don't know if the rest of you can hear that. Oh, there he goes. Thank you so much, Django. There he goes. Hey Django, have you had any more issues with your capital ship, or do you have you sorted out most of the disconnection issues? You should have brought me something. Oh, we'll figure it out. We will get a look at your ships, even if we just got to go back to Origin to take a look at it. Walkway. Steep. This one. I always build one. Come on, build it. Just to see if I'm building the right part. It is. That is the correct part. We're going to need quite a few of those. We eat up these things a lot in this process. Also, we will need bunches of these. Thank you so much, Django. You'll have to teach me how to use it. I haven't touched one of those ships in a very long time. The other thing I need to build, and this has nothing to do with ships, but I'm planning on going through and doing a sorry, I was reading the comment from Cerulean and it locked up my brain for a second. I'm gonna do like a YouTube short or a TikTok style video. I don't do TikTok, but a TikTok style video for each of the cosmetic armor sets. And in order to get decent images, I'm gonna have to build a white colored room with a whole bunch of lights so that I can take a video that's well lit, kind of like a photography studio. And I'm gonna put a turntable in the middle, and I'll stand one of my characters on the turntable while the other one records to get the best possible images so that everybody can actually see what all the different cosmetics look like. I might even try and talk to Kai and see if I can get if I can borrow all of the cosmetic armor that exists in the game just to be able to take videos of it, and then I'll return it or delete it, whichever one he prefers. But that way there's not even any way to know really what the armors look like. So yeah, I'm going to do it on the PTU, but the idea is I want to, in the ship creator, build a little room that's all white and has a whole bunch of lights so that the lighting, so you can actually see it well. And I can stand fairly close. If I use both of my accounts on different computers, I can stand at the optimum distance to record and get good imagery of the different armors. But the idea is to just slap something together in the SSC that will allow me to do that. The hope is to just be consistent across the videos to have a decent product at the end. I also want to do something similar with all of the different emotes that the game has. Just record each one individually and either put them as shorts or either do them individually, put them in one long video with kind of all the different emotes that you can do, because I don't know which ones I would use unless I sit down and see them all. So it's just little projects that I have on the horizon, but I do need to make that little studio room. Hi, Damage, welcome back. How was the internet today? You don't have to apologize to me. You have a real life. Yeah, the Elysium set. I've not seen any. Sorry, I still have a cough that just will not stop. I don't even know the names of all of them. I just know that there are other ones aside from what you can purchase that are given away like at the different contests. But yeah, I figured I wouldn't ask him until I had all the other sets done so that he could see what I was doing with them. My hope is to just really start cramming Starbase information out there as much as I can get. Like there's bunches of little tutorials I'd like to do. I mean, and I'm talking like 30, 60-second tutorials. Like to build a little test bench that fully explains how the power system on a ship works. But not within the confines of a ship. Have it like an exploded view. That way we can explain it very, very succinctly. It shouldn't be hard to do. It'll just be a little time consuming. Especially since I'm not so good in the SSC, it takes me a lot longer. I like the red brigand set, but I don't like the red. So any other color would be nice, but you could probably mix, if it is green, you could probably mix the red brigand and that toxic set. Might be a nice. The colors that they currently have are so contrasting from each other that it's hard to mix and match sets. They don't. Like there's two different colors of orange, and they don't complement each other. Like I would mix and match all the different orange sets, but they don't match each other. And there's no black set. Well, I know there are more sets. Like I've seen some sets that were prizes from the the 2v2 tournaments. So it was just nice to have a record and see what even exists out there. Yeah, toxic is close, but I have the toxic head on here. Oh, it's hard to see anything there. This is the toxic head. Not a real. I wish the heads were bigger. Like the heads are all very minimalistic. I wish the heads were a bit more substantial. Hi Mustoga, welcome. That's the one thing I think that, not the one, it's one of the things I think Frozen Byte could use to generate a little bit of income anyways, is cosmetics. And additional storage space. Oh, I just screwed that up. Because I know there's a lot of people that would buy additional storage space. Like station storage, additional station storage. Yeah, I'd kind of thought the opposite, where I just put one of them on a slowly rotating turntable so the camera didn't move at all. That way the background doesn't move. It's makes the video, the compression issues a lot less if the entire scene is not moving. Yeah, I mean storage space might not be a big deal for you, but I know there's a lot of players who would happily gobble up thousands and thousands more station storage. Yeah, this is going to be very, very close. But your way would work for a ship where you got a nice view. Yeah, I want the endo to take up the entirety of the screen so that you get as much detail as you can get. Yeah, I don't think microtransactions, I don't think that's the route that they want to take. But I've never had an issue with cosmetics being microtransactions as long as the as long as they provided no in-game benefit. Then, you know, do all the cosmetics you want. I don't think that hurts gameplay at all. If you want to look ridiculous, then whatever. Oh gosh, yes. More paint colors would also be a huge add-on. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. A turntable and a plate on top of it, and as long as the endo stands right in the middle of it and nobody moves, and I just record while the endo rotates in front of me, then it should make a perfect, repeatable image. The whole point is that it's a repeatable image. But I want to do the same thing with the emotes without the turntable, but using the same set. It wouldn't be hard to make. Just one more thing that has to be made. Oh yeah, the paint and the LOD is one of those things. Yeah, it just needs to be repeatable. That's I assumed I would set a chair somewhere so that I could make it repeatable. The guy in the middle there will be small variations on the turntable, but shouldn't be bad. But there's lots of things I'd like to do like that. Like I'd like to be able to show off ships better, to record images of ships sort of in the same manner, but on a larger scale. I haven't figured out a way to do that. You're saying Damage says he already has a method to do that. Just I just would have to figure out the easiest way to get, because the problem with a lot of those is lighting, not necessarily rotating around the ship, but getting enough light that that you can actually see. You're just taking your time, Vega. Just taking your time. You're making a leisurely trip. Oh, that's not at full. That's not moving at all. That's different. That's very leisure. That's like a porch swing kind of leisure, where you don't actually go anywhere. How many more? 5 more layers. I've done that before though. You think you're moving, but you're not moving. Look, somebody's out there stealing all my asteroids. I love seeing other players around. When we first started playing out here, there was a whole bunch of us out here once. And they still do. People still come out. I'm not complaining. It was just when we were all still, when we were getting set up, there was just a lot of commotion out here. It was really nice to see. I hope we can get back to that. I've been jumping around a lot, so it's been a bit different. Yeah. That it does become less apparent that you're not moving when you're above them like that. Oh, would you stop putting... I keep putting the block on the bottom half. It snaps down at the last second, and then I click the button at the bottom. Like that. Exactly like that. It's because I'm drifting. It really is nice. It's a nice view when you're flying below the belt with Eos in the background, and it's even cooler when you're flying towards Eos with that big planet in front of you instead of behind you. Gas giant, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, you can almost guarantee that the plane is moving forward, or there's going to be a very different sensation if for some reason the airplane stops moving forward. If there's another weird feeling if um, it doesn't happen very often, but if you're in an air traffic control tower and it's very foggy and you can't see in any directions, it's actually quite disorienting to be in there. You look out, you know you're way up in the air, and you look outside and you can't see anything. There's just this white haze in every direction. It's a very strange feeling knowing that there's an airport and airplanes moving around right in front of you, but you can't see a thing. There's some funny places on Earth like that. I know Denver here in the United States Denver's a city in Colorado that is at about a mile above sea level. It's a little over 5,000 feet. And sometimes in the morning at the Denver airport, you'll look out and the clouds will be below you. It's a really cool thing to be up in the clouds while you're still standing essentially on the ground. It's a pretty cool thing. Oh, did I use all those already? Did. Alright. Is this the last one? No. We need one more row. One more row of this. Let's see. Oh, I did it again. Alright. That should be... Oh, no, one more. One more. Alright, there's that. Now we should be able to just walk these out this way until they come together. And then fill in the blank. So, somebody was talking about Sons of the Forest earlier. Wasn't there just a video game called like The Forest? Is it a spin-off of that same series? I remember somebody playing the Forest, and it was like that. It was a survival game where there was cannibals, but for some reason I think I remember watching somebody play it in VR. And I also think So the Forest was the So it's the same game series, it's just an older version? A prequel, if that's what you want to call it? Yeah, okay. So I'm not crazy. I swear I saw PewDiePie or somebody playing it. That one has to do with like it's a plane crash and you have to survive, and then there's these things that try to eat you. Like I said, I've never played it, I just remember seeing somebody, I watched somebody play it. I think I watched it in VR. I wasn't in VR, they were in VR. My brain does not enjoy VR. I get motion ill in VR pretty quickly. I eventually get over it after a while, but I get like all sweaty and nauseous. I've played No Man's Sky in VR, and it has some weird movement in VR. It's kind of like you don't walk, you kind of shoot yourself around, if that makes sense. Like a teleporter. And that's better, but my inner ear is very sensitive, and it does not like giving me different input than my eyes. It comes in handy when you fly, if you have a sensitive inner ear, but it also can be the bane of flying. You can tell when your altitude's changing, or when the barometric pressure is changing, which will change how your barometer, or how your altimeter works. Yeah, my face also gets super sweaty and it's gross. Yeah, my stomach just has the issue with it getting different input than what's my ear is telling it. Alright, so now we have another one of those to build over here. Alright, so let's see. Start over here. It's where I've always done my aligning. There. Right, that leaves a gap. Yeah. Bring this across. This should be the last kind of indexing piece that I should need. And then I need a row of these. Being that that part's already done, that's convenient. And we're back to these, and I need to go up 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, there's 13. I think I need one more. There it is. What do you guys use for VR? Oculus Quest or one of the other Samsung ones? I had one of the first wireless Oculus ones. Was it called a Go? Maybe? Oh, the Valve Index. Yep. I've not messed with that one, and I've not seen that one. I've used both the Samsung version, I think it was a Samsung version, and I guess it's now Meta, but at the time it was Oculus. I don't have a Facebook account, so my kids still play on it, but I haven't touched it since it required a Facebook account. I don't have one, and I'm not going to get one. I think I went too far. I only need 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I just went too far. Yeah, screw Meta, right? I am not terribly happy about Meta, so I'm just not going to do it. So when this one dies, I am not going to buy another one, that's for sure. I liked Oculus. I don't like Facebook. It's stupid, but you can't log into anything without a Facebook account. That's your only method of logging in to Oculus. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Yeah, I think it's bullshit that you have to have a Facebook account. So they lost my business with that. Do you have to have a Steam account to use? It's just over 1,000 kilometers. It's like 1,079. Do you have to have a Steam account to use the Valve? I assume it's the same. Steam and Valve are the same. Yeah, so I mean, it's no different than Valve requiring one. I mean, I just don't like Facebook, so I'm not going to. Right? Yeah, it's still better than Facebook. But did I do it right? Do these line up? Nope, I effed that up somewhere. Which one? How far off are we? Half a block. So maybe I counted these wrong? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those are not wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my screw up's here somewhere. I'm gonna have to take that. I'm gonna have to take that all apart. It's gonna be awesome. What did I do on this side? Oh, what is that? Hold on a second. Somebody's calling me. People don't normally call me. I'm not a popular individual. Did they leave a voicemail? They're trying to sell me healthcare for my company. Not today. Alright, how did I screw this up? So, in theory, I set the autofly so it drops after 600 kilometers flying. Okay, wait a second. If you're 300 kilometers from origin, you've still got another 250 kilometers before you'll see it. Right, that's the same deal as before, right? Yeah. There's the half, and then we went up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's exactly what I did. Did I go too far on this side? That would be super frustrating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's only supposed to be 8. This is going to be an easier fix to take this one up. Oh, okay, so when the autofly turns off, you should be able to see it, yeah. Given you're in the right vicinity, yeah, that should work. And if you're flying towards my, in the general direction of my derelict station, so it should be right above you somewhere, you'll be perfect. Yeah, at this point you should be somewhere underneath that old derelict station. I'm going to put another one in between those two. I just have a million things to do, but I just have to transfer some of the stations to my other account. Yep, then you're along the way. Yep, if the derelict is kind of above you and behind you, then you're headed in the right direction. Because when I was flying towards origin, so if let's say this moon here is origin, when I was flying towards it, derelict was like up here. Oh look, somebody's popping in. Who's coming? Who's that? Dirty. That was just convenient. I looked up and there you were. Alright. Your new miner is a monster. Oh, is that you over there flying around? I see more and more people trickling in. Hello, everybody. Say hello in chat if you're new. So... Oh, that's not you here, Narek. Okay, we're getting close. Let me turn this off. Just trying to take a look around. So, as of right now, there's 6. I'm gonna call them apartments per side, and you got 4 sides, so we could accommodate 24 endos, which I don't think we'll ever hit. It's we're working on it. I'm working on it. I don't like this part in the center anymore, so I'm gonna end up taking that apart. My interior decorator is delayed, and someday he'll show up. Wink, wink. Once he gets here. No. Is your internet not working? Or did you crash your ship? That's not good. Either way, really. What? I would never talk about you, Lingen, at least while you're here. I would only talk about you when you weren't here. Nope. I will have to dig up. I took some pictures of the old station, or I'll fly back there to take more pictures to see if I can figure out how to copy it. That will be the next step, is to fly back out to the derelict and take a look at it, get some more dimensions. of what you did, because I was really impressed with what you actually were able to accomplish. It's outside of my scope of creativity. Yeah, Lingen would. I'm not sure he'd be willing to even tackle that project. Damage's station is enormous. It took me forever to even paint the little section of it that I did paint. I think I went through like 3,000 cans of paint to paint it. And I didn't paint all of it. I mean, Damage did a huge part of it. It's enormous. It is. It's all 30 zones, and it's a big. It's not a cube, but it's a lot of space. A lot of empty space. He's kind of teetering on the borders of part limits in every zone. Oh, am I out of those? I keep running out of everything. Is it this one? Good thing the big empty spaces don't start to echo. Hello, Mazra, how are you? I don't need as many of these. I haven't taken a look at your ship in a while. Redness, how's it coming along? I haven't been over there in probably a week. I usually try to stop in and take a peek at it and see how it's coming. We could probably take a little break after this and go look at it. Oh, that's it. Let's see. Lingen has a video. Let me take this one. You just broke something. Take this one. Oh. How do I open this in YouTube? Oh, it's not a YouTube video. It's just, let's see. Just download it. Take this one. Why is my voice in there? Let me see if I can figure out how to get you to see this. Oh, Discord. That's how. I have a Discord button. Discord. And if I full screen Discord, you guys see that? Take this one. Take this one. Is that you just trying to open the I started to watch it last night. I did not get all the way through it, Django. Let me see. Damage says the outer zones of his station have around 5,000 parts left. But he's got stuff to put in those. And he thinks he needs around 6,000 cans of red and 3,000 cans of green. You went into test mode with having stuff bolted. I love when you're building something in test mode and you try to fly it forward only to realize you're just leaving a trail of parts behind. I love that. Makes me laugh very, very hard. Oh, you're waiting for Dirty to arrive? Oh, yeah. How far out are you, Dirty? Should be safe. Oh, I don't know about that. You're pretty close. You're still in the oranges, though, so... 50, yeah, he's got a little ways yet. The other thing I like to do is when I'm done testing, I like to hit the fuel rods with a pickaxe just to make everything explode. It's very satisfying when you're done testing. Especially when things are not going well. Yeah, what are you mining with now, Addison? Did you guys get the Buffalo fixed, or did you get a different ship? Oh, come on, how many more we got? We don't have very many more of these either. Constantly running out of stuff. I can't imagine how long it took you to put those stations together. Damage. Just because the sheer amount of clicking those huge... I mean, you're right, it would be kind of funny. I mean, for us anyways, maybe not for Django, but... Alright. Oh, that's right, you have a piercer right now. And you're building the Badger. Oh, you bought the blueprint? Or did you buy the ship? You just need a few more ores. There's a lot of the EOS belt. I do want to try flying straight over the entire thing. But I would have to use some sort of navigation ship and kind of drag my capital ship along with it, just so that I could keep refueling. I think that would be the smart way to do it. But to put to build some chips along the way. All right, now we have to finish up the walls on these guys. I'm gonna be so excited once I get all of the vertical walls done. It'll start to feel closed in more than it has. Then I'll see you. You're linked to his reconstruction machine. How many reconstruction machines can you be linked to? Well, I think across the belt is what? From one side, if you were to go from origin to far belt, that's 2,500 kilometers or something along those lines. Correct? I mean, most nav ships have a range sufficient for that. I don't think I'm in the right spot. Nope, I didn't put those anywhere where they needed to be. Those are just wrong. I don't sell ships. Accidents can happen, and I want the pit ability to make it again. I only don't want players to share the blueprint with others. I can understand that. I can understand both of those sentiments. It's just one of those. I'm naturally untrusting when it comes to things like that. I just always assume that somebody's going to do what I don't expect them to do. So that would be the reason why I would sell ships and not blueprints. It's because I'm not necessarily, but at the current state of the game, it doesn't matter. But how do you do fuel on those long trips? Like, well, I guess you guys build ships that are segmented and you drop fuel as you go, right? You disconnect old fuel pods and turn on new ones. That's kind of the method for those long trips, is the ship gets smaller and lighter as you go. It's not that I don't trust people. I just, cause I'm more than happy to help anybody and share everything. It's not, I just assume that at some point it's gonna bite me in the ass, and that's okay. And Cerulean's sentiments are correct. You don't want to sell them a ship and then they immediately are unable to. They immediately break and it can't fix it. That's definitely sad. But I wish blueprints in the game were handled a bit differently, I guess. Like they were an in-game item as opposed to just a file. Then you could have, you could put limitations on blueprint copies and those sorts of things. Let's see. Yeah, that would make things a little more secure for builders. Is having just have the blueprint be an in-game item that you feed into the SSC, or feed into a ship builder, as opposed to just blindly handing away the file. What am I looking at? I'm still not here yet. Dirty's almost here though. There's what I'm looking for. Oh, there's part of my problem is I'm not zoomed in. It's a thing that was not implemented, but the secure blueprint for use one time to build the ship. Yeah, that would be says I got a lot of blueprints to fix the error of this ship, but I never built the ships. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, I mean, well, that's you're managing your own ethics there, which is good. But not everybody's like that. Which is sad, but it is what it is. I just always assume that not everyone is as ethical as I would like them to be. But it's also part of the game. You can't assume they are. You think that's in the old roadmap? Yeah, the old roadmap is what started getting them in trouble. They had a lot of ideas and a lot of intentions, and it just didn't pan out quite like they wanted it to. Never does, though. Oh, come on. Work with me here. There we... Let me do this. I'm going to switch here. Okay, let's see. We're getting there. We're getting there. Can't you do the thing with drag? I suck at that, and I never go fast enough, but technically, yes. If I had the blocks, which I just ran out of. I always have trouble with the drag thing. Well, now now I don't have enough of them in my inventory to drag. I don't find the drag thing to be any faster than not dragging, except it doesn't have the screw-ups that I often do. Because I am generally a screw-up. I guess it's slightly faster. I don't know. It works. The time that I've had that work is, I guess, in situations like this where you're floating and not running. Because if you're running on the ground, then you'll often outpace it. You'll run faster than it can put the blocks down, and then you're trying to adjust your speed while you're running. I've not had fantastic luck with that particular tool, so I end up just clicking. Plus, if there's any lag, it like skips and turns red, and well, you should you should be able to see it pretty soon now. Once you get more than like 500, once origin goes away, you're getting pretty close. It should to the station being visible. Yeah, but you can click. Well, even then when I run it will often, you'll be running and it'll just turn red for a second and it skips putting it down. And then you've got to start all over again. I've not had a ton of... This way works okay because you're flying. See, there's stuff like that. Like it just boogered up on its own there. So it's not that it will catch up with you eventually, but it turns red is the issue, and then doesn't put a block down, and then you essentially run off the end of... Yeah. Thanks, Dirty. I will take a look here. We'll watch your... Let's see. I think you're going to be up here somewhere. There we are. That's not true, because you'll have parts and it'll still turn red. Because you can have it way out in front of you, and it'll still turn red for a second. and you'll run right off the end. At least it does for me, because when I was putting the floor of this station down, I kept trying to use it over and over again. And I'd be running along and it would do fine for 6 or 8 or 10 blocks, and then it would just... And then it would skip one, and I would just run off the end, and then you'd have to reposition. I'm not saying the endo was in the way. It's way out, as far out in front of you as you can reach. I get that when your endo's in the way, but... All right, let's see if we can screenshot the moment. Looks like it's coming. There we go. I was able to screenshot it. It actually looks pretty cool. Yeah, I had repeated issues trying to build the floor of this thing. I'd be running, like you would just put a block down and start running, and it would turn red, and then I'd run off the end, because what happens is I'd end up getting... Put that away. Turn build mode back on. So if you put one down, and then you run, hold on. You get out ahead of it. See? See that this I've never there was the lag that comes along. There's always a chunk of lag that comes along. And that was it. Then it broke up. Now I just put a whole bunch of those down that I didn't want, but the lag shows up and then everything stops. After I get ahead of it, the lag shows up. It only happens when I get out ahead of it. But I can put them down almost as fast. I kind of like being in control. I feel very out of control there as well. But I tend to not have huge areas of just running straight either. I can see if it worked in your station damage where there was just long straight floors. But these walls are really the biggest thing. And the floor was decent. Oh, somebody just followed me. Thank you for the follow. And actually I think that particular follow there, whoever you are. What up, The Hall? Thank you for the follow. I think you're my 50th follower, which technically makes me able to monetize this stream. I'm not planning on it, but it's nice to be able to. So thank you so much. It's like a milestone we just hit right now, and I thank you all for being part of it. What are you doing today, Hall? Oh, it says 49. Did somebody leave? Let me see. 49 followers. I'm gonna refresh that page. Maybe it doesn't count you. I had 49 earlier today. 50. Yep, if I refresh the page, it went to 50. That's fantastic. You are the magic number 50. Thank you so much. Thank all of you. I enjoy this. Like I said, it doesn't really change anything, but it's nice to have the milestone nonetheless. Okay. I like this guy's songs. I don't like this one. Yeah, I should at some point get in. So in order to become what they call an affiliate, you have to have 50 followers and 3 average viewers, and you have to stream like 7 days in 30. 7 days in the past 30 days. And I've just been floating at 40 some for ages now, which I don't care, but now I should get an email telling me I can be an affiliate and I can say no thank you. But I've always wanted the opportunity to tell him to stuff it. So, thank you so much. What are you doing today, Hall? Anything exciting? The benefits to being a Twitch affiliate means I could put advertisements. I could turn on advertisements and gain some sort of revenue there. I could enable subscriptions where you guys could purchase subscriptions and get benefits, but that's just all was never the plan. So like you guys could get subscriptions and get, I don't know, custom emojis or custom pre-name images, icons. I don't know. There's a few things that all seemed frivolous to me. Yeah, so I mean, becoming affiliate is like the first step to becoming a professional. Like the next level of income is they call it partner at that point. And once you reach partner, then you get a different distribution of the revenue. But how did I screw that up by one? Oh, I went over too far, didn't I? Oh no, this... What the... Oh, making these matches the hardest part. You only have one follow... Oh, here, let me see. Give me a second. Stream manager. Follow. Now you have 2 follows. There you go. I just followed you in return. So, thank you. Now you've got at least 2. If you don't stream, it's not a big deal, but I do try to follow everybody that follows me. Just as... Then I can see when you guys are streaming as much as anything. Let's see. Yeah, it's supposed to go right there. Right to the edge. I think I just didn't... Oh, what did I do different? Yeah, I don't do it in the not. It's not the concept of follow for follow. I follow you guys so that I can see when you're streaming and see what everybody is doing, just to kind of keep engaged. I don't do it as a method to get more follows. That's not the point. It's just what in the world? Why does that go so far out? Two, 3, 4. Something's effed up with the floor here. Yeah, I saw you catch me on Twitter the other day whenever I was whining about the lack of cosmetic pickaxes. I thought it was funny that Frozen Bite even acknowledged me, but they did. So this is the first one I did, so this is a little different. Here, there's one block, and it meets at the corner. Right? It meets right at that corner. Oh, itchy. Oh, I ping them almost every day. I usually try to get one mention of the game and Frozen Bites tags on Twitter essentially every day. Okay, so there's that. You have a potato PC that barely runs? You don't need a high... I don't have a high-end PC, that's for sure. So that should be the same spot. I don't have a high-end PC at all. I feel like I'm one too far. What in the hell is going on? Something is out of whack again. Fudge. Oh, that's because this one we came up. I came up one further, which meant that I went out one further. Alright. Do I fix it? Do I leave it? Do I fix it? Do I leave it? Well, we'll come back and fix it later, but for now, we're going to leave it. Yeah, I have a... Oh, you should be fine as far as running the game. The game isn't terribly resource intensive, especially if you got 16 gig of RAM. I did upgrade from 16 to 32 RAM solely because the streaming seems to steal a bunch of resources, but the game doesn't itself. I only have a 2070. I have a 2070 Super, which isn't. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix all that. I'm just not doing it this second. Because it's all one over further, which means I need to rebuild the top of all that bullshit. Oh, I'll do that on my time. Alright. We'll put this wall up because that'll stay. Well, his motherboard, it depends on when his motherboard was made compared to when the machine was made, or when the processor was made. He might be able to move up to whatever the next gen is. It may work in his board depending on the board, of course. Like I know I only run a Ryzen 3700, but my motherboard will take up to a 5th gen. Or a 5th series, not generation, but a 5 series. Even though it's only got a 3 series in it. So it might be able to move up a little without changing out the motherboard. But the motherboard's not usually the expensive part. Anyways. And what do you say for the processor? An i5 8th gen. You might be able to find another 8th gen for cheap if your motherboard won't let you go to the next generation. I'm frustrated that I went ahead and did that now. Let's see. Motherboard and RAM are usually the cheapest replacements, yep. Oh, then you just better get another half a dozen in there, Cerulean. Oh, I don't want to take that all apart right now. Alright, we'll get this last wall up. Because that requires me to take down all of the top of both of those to move it down 1/2 of a block. I don't know if I want to do that right now. So we're gonna leave that as a problem for future PowerPoint. And we're gonna put the rest of these walls in. So I think I'm gonna end up You think there's still some problems with the changes on the surface, but you think that's not located on your PC. So you think that is it causing lag still with 3? Nope. Once you get past derelict, that's kind of the last. That's kind of the last marker I had. So the front of these are going to be a little more interesting, and a lot of it's going to be glass, which I don't have a ton of glass. So after that, just keep going. So how far from origin are you? Oh, I hadn't thought about that. The depth as opposed to... You no longer see derelict behind me, which means you no longer see origin behind you, right? Yes, you still see origin, or yes, you no longer see origin. Because you should have run out of... Origin should have vanished long before derelict should have. Okay, you don't see origin or marca. And you don't see the one ahead of you at this point either? I do not. Alright, let's do this. Let me open up that iSand page. And I can look and tell you... Alright, just give me a minute, guys. I used to have... I know I have. I have the coordinates for my old station. Okay. So let's see. Let me log in here. So after... Yeah, do you have iSAN on that ship, Vega? Come on, settings. Map filter settings, turn off. I just want to see public. Oh, not public. I need station. There we go. Yeah, I reset my computer regularly because distance calculator. How do I add? I don't want the Discord. I want to log in. Damn it. So you're at... Why are you at X? Why are you so far X? Let's see. Oh, X is under the belt. Yes, you're under the belt. And you're 256... Negative 256. Well, that's because you're at negative 256. Shouldn't you be at negative 256y? You should be at positive y, not negative y. You're at negative y. Right? You're supposed to be at positive y, not negative y. He should be far enough in the belt to see it, but his Y shows negative, which is left, which is on the opposite side of the belt. That would explain it. Did I tell you negative at some point? Well, so the negative x is that's the I said right. Okay. Trying to think left, rights, ups, downs. Z is into the belt. We said that's 1,000. You said positive. Have I screwed this up? Like, ah. Now I'm confusing myself. Ah, shit. I'm trying to think how to resolve this, and you're not screwed. Because now I feel bad. Let's see. I've tried to explain it as best I am, because it's being outside of... Which way is... Now I don't know which way is... Like, I know where I am, but I don't know how to explain it. And this ISAM page is confusing the shit out of me. Right, but you've already been flying for 2 hours. Okay, you're at... What are you at? You're at negative... Okay, so you're at negative x 458. So that's right. You're fine there. $458. I think you're actually too far to the right. So let's think of this. X is the left and right, correct? This always throws me because I think of this as a 3D printer and the axes are not the same. The ship still has like 2 hours of flight time. Right. So let's see. If he is at... How the hell do I put a... So you're... I think you're too far to the right. X plus is left, X minus is right. Okay, so you're on the right side. So you're in the correct side. You've just got to get... I think you've gone too far right. Because you should only be like 279 kilometers or whatever it is. Or 200 and... No, I don't know where... What is the XY? Do you remember what the XY is? Damage. I think we're like 250 kilometers. So let's see. And how far into the belt are you? 531. I think you've gone too far to the right. Yeah, Y is up and down. Okay, so you're near negative 275x. So okay, you're not so far out, Vega. You've just gone too far to the right. I scared myself there. You've just gone too far to the right. Yeah, you should be at negative 275, and you've made it to almost what? Almost 500. So you should be at like X. Yeah, so you just need to... You should be at like X 275. I think I called it Y before was my problem. X should be like negative 275 kilometers. And Z should be at like 1,000 and I don't know, it's like 1,050 kilometers or something. And I think you've just gone too far to the right. But you should see it soon. He says he's at 531 Z. So he should be coming in range of it soon then. I should have given you like a 2 o'clock heading. It's when they're in three-dimensional space, it's hard to give directions in three-dimensional space. I apologize. I mean, sure, it was my fault. So just keep going in a little further, and we'll find you. Or you'll find us, I guess is more the correct statement. All right, so you're not as far off as we thought. And as long as you're within the ISAN range still, we can find you. Either way. Oh, I got away from that bench again, didn't I? Damn it. Yeah, it is. That's another one of the reasons why this game is more difficult than it needs to be. Navigation just needs to be easier. All right. I'm gonna have to step away for just a minute, guys. Just let me give me just a minute. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, fellas. All right. I was coming over here for something. Oh, the table. I don't even know where it is. Check the media folder. Alright, let me open these all up and then I'll bring them up so everybody can see them. Alright, and then we open these in the browser. Go back to the first one. Oh, it's looking good. That is pretty sweet looking. I do like the gear. Alright, next image. So I love the thruster configurations. It looks bigger than I thought. I mean, it's a good size, but I mean, for some reason, I thought it was tiny. Those are pretty sweet. Oh, and they hide. Very nice. Retractable gear. You can't argue with that. That's well done, Lingen. Well done. Where did I lose my crafting bench again? Did I put it in here? Nope. Is it on the other side? Yeah. Oh, which I didn't finish over here either. Ugh. Oh, it could be a day and 2 hours of rod time? You don't think you're running out of rod time just yet? Well, if you can get to the stopover station, I can get up there if for some reason you don't have the right amount of fuel. I can bring you fuel if that's the case. Alright, I'm gonna have to undo and redo this whole thing. It's driving me insane that these don't line up. Oh, I don't want to do this. Alright. I'm gonna turn down the game sound though, because I hate... Yeah, as long as he's in the Nisan range. Yeah, then that's a piece of cake, but it's the top part that's gonna come off. It's this one here. Top has to come off here, because I have pushed it up 1/2 of the block, and instead of fixing it, I made it worse. That's the problem with half doing, I suppose. Oh, that's frustrating. Frustrating, frustrating, frustrating. Clicking these, making these blocks go away is not fast. You can actually put them down faster than you can pick them up. Yeah, I think I made it confusing earlier because I was thinking I was confusing my X's and Y's. So I apologize, Vega. That is my fault. I need to get another quickly. I need to get another station in the line so that I can have a clear path to getting out here. But a capital ship will help me be able to move. I guess not even a capital ship's going to help. I'm just going to have to fly out there and do it. It's just I need more hours in the day is what I need. So I apologize. I made it confusing. Oh, come on. This process is so slow and not fun. Not fun, not fun. I can't even like hold down the button. It does not continually pick up the blocks. Alright, let me go figure out how far we have to take it down though, so I don't take down more than I have to. Oh man. Any of you that have played Minecraft ever build something huge and then realize it's a half a block off and have to redo it? This is a problem I also have in Minecraft when you build big stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's correct. I think the mistake is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There should only be 8. That's the problem. Yeah, and this game's even tougher because I think it's tougher anyways because the level of detail drops that it's hard to get any sort of reference. It's hard to reference things further away because they drop out of render range. Well, that wasn't nearly as much taking down as I was thinking I was going to have to do. I only have to remove these 4 layers and one of the next. Create verse. That is not a game I'm familiar with. What is create verse? Image. Creative verse. That's what the internet's for. Survival game on Steam. So, oh, it's a lot like Minecraft. It's kind of Minecraft with better graphics. With not everything is cubed. A lot of it is, but not everything. Interesting. I had never heard of that one before. So that was the issue. It was one too many there. That was going to bother me if I just left it. My kids got me playing Minecraft years ago. I don't play any longer, but I used to play quite a bit. I like to build ridiculously large structures. And if you're trying to do anything with a circle in that game, it takes a freaking degree in trigonometry. So I had run into that before. So that was that right there solves that problem. Oh, you see it. Thank you. I was worried that I had given you the wrong. I need to leave a ship up there that's full of fuel rods and ice and exorium and nergite so that all I have to do is give operator. Alright, so now we have to fix this side. Oh man. Oh, you have more? You brought some resources with you? That's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, I did take it down. Yeah, I was just worried that I'd have told him the wrong thing and he was on the wrong side of the belt, but he was going the right way. I got it all twisted up in my head. No, Zone 2 does not have any ice. That's the issue. That's why I want to put a station kind of at the midpoint between Origin and where you are, so that you can not only have a direction for Dead Reckoning, but also a place to. You'd also have a place to pick up propellant and fuel rods. 3, 4. Yeah, as soon as he said where he was, it threw me off, but it wasn't wrong. I was wrong with my understanding, not with his numbers. It scared me when it said negative X, because I kept telling him it was positive, but it's not positive, it's negative. It was to the right. The number is to the. He went the correct direction. I just had been feeding him the wrong information. I wish I could give you. I have ice in the station there, but I don't have any way to give it to you. I'll have to fly up there and bring it to you. Django, where are you that it looks different? Django says wherever he is, it looks so different. I was just wondering where that is. Are you still here? The brass beehive's still here. So where are you? Oh, you're just at Dirty's cap. Yeah, his capital ship is his. That's why I said his capital ship and yours look so much alike now. Because before his was essentially just a flying hangar hall, but he's done a lot of work. It looks really nice on the inside now. I saw somebody on the Starbase Discord recently, today, posted some images in the capital ship design folder. 10 p.m. So you're 6 hours ahead, so you're Central Europe somewhere, Hall, correct? There's a lot of you Central Europe folks. But thanks for stopping in. Thank you for the follow, and I will not see you tomorrow, but certainly the next day. Sunday I will be on for sure. And then it's every day at the same time, which I think is normally 7 o'clock your time. So UTC +2. So I think I'm -4 right now, so that's a 6-hour difference. So yeah, 8 o'clock. I normally am on at 2 p.m. my time, which will be 8 o'clock your time. Yeah, depending on where you are, it's either 7 or 8 o'clock. Daylight. I had it all figured out, and then daylight savings happened, and threw me all off. But yeah, all of us are here. Most of us are here. 5 days a week at least. Sometimes it's Saturday, sometimes it's Sunday that I can't. I think I screwed that up by 1 as well. Yeah, I did. It's too many here. But thanks again, Hall, for stopping by, and you have a nice night and a nice weekend. Oh, so that's why you confused me, because my daylight savings time changed, and then later yours changed. I gotcha. So we're back to the same time. I gotcha. I didn't think you guys did daylight savings time there. It's such a stupid and old-fashioned thing that just doesn't need to be anymore. Alright. Well, at least I fixed that part. I was super pissed that I had screwed that up, but it should be okay now. This is all wrong, but... When's your internet coming back, Damage? Slovenia for Slovakia. I would say that outside of the EU, nobody. I know in the United States, very few people could point to either of those countries on a map at all. I doubt until recently anybody could point to Ukraine on a map. You hope soon? Damage? So like today? Tomorrow? You don't have a. They didn't give you a hard date on when it will be back? A definite time, I should say. It's not gonna fit there, huh? Oh no, there's a half block there. That's why. So has Damage, has your entire neighborhood been out of internet? Or is it just your building? Or your street? Or what? How much of where you live has been out? Oh. So a house burned down and it took the so I'm assuming that the local internet's I don't want to call it a switch, but the distribution point was near a house that burnt down, and it took the internet, the distribution point with it. Yes. Oh, that's hard. Remove a house. Well, it sounds like the house burned down, so they have to remove what's left of the house before they can put the switch back in. That's crazy. Where I live, I'm fairly lucky. I have service at the street in front of my house, and there's also a series of poles behind my house. So I can get it from either place, and it comes from two separate distribution points. There's a distribution line that runs behind my house, leading to another neighborhood. So I can actually get it from either place, which is convenient. Okay, so I think it has to be like, yeah, like that. Had fire connection. Yeah, that connection was hot. The whole city connection is underground, but the connection points are little white boxes near houses. Oh, that's right. You guys, a lot of Europe buries their utilities. Here, they're up on poles most places. Unless you're in an urban area. Even then, a lot of them are up on poles. Well, poles can fall for sure. But when you bury an electrical connection, the ground often provides resistance. That's why they put them up on poles to begin with, was that when you run electricity in the ground, the ground itself increases resistance in the line, so they prefer to put them up on poles where there's no resistance. Come on, build them. Why are we not building? Build. Well, that all depends on, there's lots of different reasons why it's harder to put them in the ground. Where I currently live, the water table is very shallow. Yeah, where I live, the water table is very shallow. So when they bury things in the ground, it gets waterlogged very easy. Plus, in the winter here, there's a lot of freezing and thawing, which will push utilities out of the ground. Because the ice will heave buried items up out of the ground if you live in a place that freezes and thaws constantly. Let's see, does that stop them from building? No. But most of America is in poles unless you're in a metropolitan area. And that has to do, I think that mostly has to do with the ability to transfer electricity with less resistance. But buried utilities make sense, but it's hard for, you have to, not to mention you have to dig everything up anytime something happens. When something happens on a pole, they just stick a new pole in and are done. It's quick to replace a pole. Trees fall on lines all the time. The lines are really, really durable. But I find that interesting. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. It's all of it is just weighing the advantages and disadvantages. Aesthetically, it's more pleasing when they're in the ground, that's for sure. Having telephone poles everywhere is not as attractive as having your stuff buried. Oh, come on. Yeah, especially high tension, high voltage lines are even worse because the magnetic field created by the line, or created by the electricity passing through it, if there's a bunch of ground soil piled around the line, it increases resistance incredibly. Yeah, you guys tend to use what, 220 or 240 volts? But I don't know what the amperage here is, or there is, but we run 110 volts. 110 to 115 volts. And it's something like 200. I want to say it's 200 amp service is standard. So you 240 volts and only 10 amps. We run Like coming into my house is 110 volts, but we have 200 amps. Oh, 10 amps is when the breaker pops. We most American homes use 15 amp breakers or 20 amp breakers depending on how old the house is, but we have 110 volts, and my house is considered to have 200 amp service. Yeah, for industrial here, we don't run 240. We run, I mean, like my washing machine and dryer, not my washing machine, but my electric dryer uses 220 volts. But that's essentially just two 110 amp or volt lines. So yeah, we run half as many volts, but a lot more amps, I believe. But inside the house, it's all roughly the same. We have a 15 amp. 15 amps is the standard breaker. Well, like air conditioners here, whole house air conditioning is something that's very common here. I know it's not common everywhere, but and that'll run off of a 220 volt 50 amp circuit. And that's essentially just, for us, that's two 210 volt lines that run in parallel. Yeah, I'm out of these again. Damn it. I had to stop them last time. You run your kettle in your bedroom. Well, I mean, I can run a kettle, it's just 110 volts. I don't know what the hertz. I don't know what the frequency that we run is. But yeah, I know we're the only place that runs that weird 110 volt circuit. Oh, there's everything about the United States. We measure everything differently. It's not just kilometers, it's weights, volumes, everything. We just like to be difficult. You know, we use gallons and not liters. We use pounds and not kilograms. So what is a gallon? I can't even tell you because I have no reference to. I want to say it's somewhere near 4 liters, but I don't know. I do not know what it is in equation to a liter. Yeah. What is a gallon? Gallon is liquid. I buy milk by the gallon or gasoline by the gallon. "110 volts will shock the shit out of you, that's for sure." It's the combination of both volts and amps that's the issue. It's the wattage as much as anything. There's a whole bunch of ways to look at a gallon. Yeah, it's not that they don't teach the metric system here. It's that nothing over here uses it, so nobody pays any attention to what it is. When a person tells me that it's 3 kilometers someplace, I have no idea what that equates to. Oh, I think it's both the amps and the volts together that get you. 231 inches is equal to what? Oh, 231 inches, yes. It's a gallon is uh is a square inch volume of water, yeah. They use I think they currently use liters, but I think it was originally a volume based on cubic inches. Eagles for football field? Yeah, we also use Fahrenheit, freedom height for temperature. Okay, so that's put back together. After I had to take it all apart, that's all put back together. Now we need to finish this one over here. A mile. Yeah, that'll never stick. I just know what miles is. I can guess a mile almost. I bet within 100 yards I could tell you how far a mile is, but a kilometer might as well be might as well measure it in cubits. I have no point of reference for kilometers. 1 sea mile. Well, you can't really measure sea miles. Nautical miles, we use 1.15. 1.15 miles is a nautical mile. We use miles in cars. Yeah, we don't use nautical miles. Yeah, everything is miles as far as automobiles are concerned. All cars here will have kilometers listed, like on the speedometer, but there's nothing, there's no posted signage for kilometers here. Knots. Well, it depends what a knot is. A nautical mile is 1.15 of our miles. The whole metric branch works with. Well, a knot is a knot. What? But I mean, what's a knot? For us, a knot is based on it's a specific number of miles. And I'm almost certain it's 1.15 miles, because you can't measure sea miles without GPS anymore. Like, and then that just tells you how many miles it is. Knots. You're talking knots as in the speed? Yeah, it's what a knot is 1.15 miles per hour. At least that's how I was taught it. No, well, but there's no way to measure a knot without using a surface mile. I mean, that's why my knot is as fat as your knot. I, I suppose. I mean, without the conversion, I mean, it's one of the reasons why you don't use knots above certain altitudes. It's because they're inaccurate. Because it takes into it's adjusted based on the circumference of the Earth, technically. Well, but now knots are measured via GPS. So I mean, some sort of conversion is done because a knot is not a non-measurable amount. You can't measure a knot. But a knot isn't a thing you can measure even if we wanted to, because it's affected by the wind. All right, there's a cat around here somewhere. I can hear it. What it's doing, I don't know. Well, I mean, it's like measuring something in widgets. It's an arbitrary amount. Yeah, knots were originally a sounding device. It was a depth, but we use it for a distant measure, or a measure of speed or distance, which is not as it was intended. All right, gotta figure out how to gonna fill these in. I'm gonna do all this and then end up changing it. There you are, knocking stuff over. There was also, they used to measure things with, at least here they did, with something called a chain. Was another unit of weird measurement here. Don't think I can do anything there. Yeah, fathoms is a fathom is what, 33 feet, I want to say. Yeah, nautical miles is what is what they're based on. Oh, why did I just do this? What was I thinking? Making it hard on myself. Six feet? How far is a fathom? Let us have the internet tell us. For some reason I thought it was 33 feet. Fathom distance. No, you're right, 6 feet. What is 33 feet? Thought it was a fathom. You're right. It's derived from the Old English word meaning outstretched arms. So that's how I used to... Interesting. What is 33 feet? Unit. Oh, that's an atmosphere of water is 33 feet. A depth of 33 feet in the ocean, there's a total pressure. That's 2 atmospheres of pressure. So 33 feet is 2 atmospheres of pressure. I knew there was something about 33 feet and that's usually for some reason I learned that because of a watch was only good to 33 feet in the water. Some watch I had only lets you go that far. Let's see, how does this happen? Like this maybe? Yeah, that's what I'm after. Trying to think of other weird units of measure. I know in the UK they still use stones in some places. Which that's a unit of measure I've never been able to wrap my head around is stones, but it's X number of pounds. For some reason I wanted to say 18 pounds. Yeah. What else? What other weird units of measurement are there? The measure for the feet? Oh, well, yeah, our feet, 12 inches. I don't, you mean sizes? Like feet, like shoe sizes? Yeah, I don't think, oh yeah, shoe sizes are, I don't have any idea on how they come up with shoe sizes. Clothing sizes in general. Yeah, I don't know I don't know much about the unit of measurement for either shoes or feet. I mean, I use it obviously, but I don't know the history on it. So it won't let me put it against this. I have to put it against something up here? Guess so. Gotta put these guys in place. And then put this one in place. Just use centimeters like a normal person. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. We are stuck in our ways. Oh, got so much more to do. The US likes to be likes to dance to the beat of its own drum. How do our clothing sizes work in the EU? I would say it bothers very few people that our units of measure are different here. It's what we know. I don't think you're going to convince anybody to change it. The thing almost the people use is the same thing as the number. Circumference, large, medium, small. Yeah. Clothes sizes are just too variable as it is. Because then you get into women's clothes here have numbers. Like size 7 or size 9. But they're almost arbitrary. So women have a hell of a time finding clothes. Bra sizes are well, no. Well, bra sizes make more sense than most clothing sizes. Only because I have 3 daughters and a wife do I understand bra sizes, but they're the least confusing of clothes sizes. They at least have measurements. You know, what do you get when you buy a large? Because a large from one manufacturer is not the same as a large from anybody else. I did all that and it was kind of probably Probably irrelevant, because I just need to go all the way up here. Kind of like this little gap I left here, though. I can find a way to utilize it. Yeah, our sizes go all over the place, you know, triple extra small to 4 or 5 extra larges. It's kind of absurd that there's no standard for that. What are you saying? Are you saying Americans are fat? I don't. Yeah, I guess I do. I did something different there, but I'm gonna keep this. This is what I did everywhere else, so I'm gonna keep doing it. Oh, come on. Yeah, we are fat for sure. No questions there, no arguments. But to be honest, everybody's getting fat. I mean, we're still winning the fat race, but the whole world is getting fat. Well, there's a few places that aren't getting fat, but the Western diet is creeping in everywhere. Oh, I don't think that's the only place it could exist, but it's the only place that they could have a selection of. They're able to choose their cast. Not everybody here is fat. You guys are stereotyping a little. Not a ton, but a little. Fast food is very prevalent here, yes. And McDonald's tastes like shit. Yes. People buy it here because it's cheaper. Fast food is cheaper than not fast food. It's often it's not a choice sometimes for those who don't make a ton of money. Fast food is cheaper than buying groceries. Which is sad. I mean, I eat sauerkraut, but I do not own Lederhosen. Yes, I mean, we can go with stereotypes all day long, but it's there's usually some amount of truth in it. Americans are fatter than everybody else, and we have access to just absurd amounts of fast food. I would say that within 1 mile of where I'm sitting, there's 30 fast food restaurants, and I don't even live in a city. The closer you get to a city center, the less real food there is, and the more fast food. The less real food and the more fast food. So it's a shame. That's the way it is. Well, nobody ever said McDonald's was fantastic. It's just, it's cheap and easy. Yeah, the Badger looks big, at least from what I've seen. Well, you wanted a ship with 1,000 crates. It's gonna be big. Oh no, that's the small one. Did he buy? Which one did he buy? Just the regular Badger? He didn't get the XL? Oh, just the large one. Only 900 crates. Yeah, you should see some of the bigger ones. I've had the pleasure of taking a peek at them, at least on his stream, and they look enormous. You're gonna go play Civilization 6 with a few nerds? Civilization 6? Come on, what is this? 2015? Dirty is leaving us to go play Civilization 6. Jeez. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Go play your giant death robot game. I have Civilization 6. I just suck at it. I'm not one to read all of the little words and to think about strategies. I just click buttons. It's I like the concept of it and I like the game in general. I just don't even. Those ones are done. All right, turn this. I wish the green dots would go away, but build mode wouldn't be turned off. Well, I think the safe zone should be. I think the safe zone should be free of that. But I also think that the safe zone should only be for new players. Yeah, I don't think that just anybody should be able to stay in the safe zone forever. I think it should kind of force you out of the safe zone. But that's a slippery slope. There's Mazra's ship right there. It doesn't look like you've done too much. I still like the way it looks. I still like the way it looks. Alright. So that one's done. This one appears to be done all the way around. Right, but that's why you don't want to leave the safe zone. If you were forced to leave the safe zone, it would be a different story. Come on. Alright. That one looks done on both sides. Just making sure everything, I've got all the walls up for these. And then I'm going to jump down to the SSC and see if I can work on that a little bit. These both look done. Alright, now we're going to come down here. Alright, so all four of those towers those corners are up. Next thing I need to do is start putting the fronts on these apartments. And then work on the underside next. Alright, so we're going to make a little photography studio here. You didn't leave the safe zone for a long time, but you're glad you still had a hard learning curve until you get used to it. Yeah, it's not one of those. I think it's one of those things like you should be allowed to stay in the safe zone until you leave it for the first time. And once you leave the safe zone, that's kind of it. But I don't think that players should just be able to stay and make endless amounts of money in the safe zone without any risk. I think that any sort of real meaningful income should come with risk, and the safe zone doesn't. There's no risk in the safe zone. But that's just how I am. I think all interactions in these sorts of games should require risk for any sort of real reward. Well, it should be separate. Like I think there should be an auction house, but maybe limited, so that there's just a limited auction house, so that newer players can buy. If they want to upgrade their ship and they need some Yimrium, then sure. But oh, I'm in here. I'm like, what am I doing? All right, so let's see. Asset browser. I need a room. Straight beams. We'll start with big beams. Oh, I suck in this thing. This is going to be painful to watch. Without question. I can't even remember how to turn things. This is... Are you going to have enough fuel to make the last little bit? Or do I need to start heading that way with some fuel for you? Oh yeah, I mean it doesn't have to be pretty on the outside, so. You're in zone 2, so yes, there is Exorium. available. There's just no ice. Alright, what are plates? Well, I need a turntable. This isn't gonna be right. You're going to be building the community center? What community center? What did you talk about? Alright, Redness. You said you did only a little internal work? Oh yeah, that on that ship. Alright. Got the topic there. I lost it. I lost the topic for a second. Yep. And then Django, you said something about a community center. What are you talking about? I'm all ears. Intersection. It's a corner, isn't it? It's this thing. I think we need to make this square. Need one on each corner. Alright, Alright, I haven't missed anything. I was looking away from the screen for a second. Wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. Alright, now I know in the middle of this I'm gonna need a large hard point somewhere in the middle here. Let's see what plating looks like. None of this matters really, as far as durability goes, because it's not gonna really go anywhere. Ooh. Let's open that up and take a peek at it. Let's open all these in a browser for Django sent a bunch of images. We're gonna open them all up. And then I'm gonna push the browser button. Look at that, he is building like a little community center. This little conference table, crafting tables. That looks really nice. Thank you very much, Django. Oh, that's a free BP? You could have 100% claimed that as yours, and I would have never argued with you. It doesn't look centered to me. There we go. So then I need a turntable. I just need a turntable. There, and then I'll need another plate. We just need some plates. Plates. Basic plates. Probably just need, like, I need a plate big enough to cover. You're too honest, which lands you in trouble. Oh, no wonder why I can't see it. It was hidden. Nope, it's gonna need to be bigger than that. I don't want to see the hard point, which if that rotates, I'll still see. Somewhere there. What's the easiest way to attach a turntable to a plate? Being as these things aren't supposed to go together. So I think what's going to be... Go down. Come on, get out of the way. Snap this guy in place. Centered. No. I've got no idea what I'm doing. Is that center left or right? It is. What? How do you connect a plate to a turntable easily? I can't bolt through it because then it won't turn, right? Right, I can't bolt through the turntable. That can't be it. First of all, we're going to use a smaller... Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I couldn't bolt through. I need a smaller hardpoint anyways. Oh, you don't see it when it rotates. Well, blocks might work, you're right. Oh, I still struggle to move around in here. I don't know how you guys do it. I suppose it's practice, but I suck in here. This is why I leave it to you guys. I genuinely suck in here. Why are those separate? Alright. Now if I move these 2 points to the center. Alright. Trying to know where the center is the problem I've got right now. How far apart are these going to end up being? Not that distance, that's what. You need to try and do something, and after a couple hours you can build easier. This is why the easy build was supposed to exist. Is because this particular endeavor is too hard for the average player. There's just too much to it. See, I just... yeah, this whole thing is too complicated for the average player. None of it's intuitive. I don't even want to be a damn wizard. I just want to be able to function in here to a point where I can build something simple. I'm not trying to build a spaceship. I am trying to build a little room with a single rotating table. Nothing centers automatically. Snapping is weird. Yeah, well, in easy mode's broken. That's the issue. So I will never be an SSC shipbuilder. Just never gonna happen. It's too frustrating for me. Where's that menu? Where's the little weld menu that usually pops up? I closed all the windows. I have no idea what windows need to be opened. Properties, maybe? Like, where's my little window down here that says apply to all beams? And like, all these windows are off the screen. I hate everything. Nothing snaps. What tool options? Where paint colors, building, YOLO, scene, tool options. Alright. There we go. Small weld block. Large weld block. This is why I would just pay somebody to do it. Just pay somebody commission. I do better building in space than I do building in this thing. Let's give me a plate. See, that's off-centered anyways. Always something. Like, if I move this, that's not going to take the weld blocks with it. And, does it? Didn't take everything. I will never last a week of doing nothing but the SSC. You'd find me with my eyes gouged out long before I got to 7 days. Yeah. This is what's frustrating. Like, I just want to take all this shit with me. But I moved everything, so the weld blocks are now gone. Yeah, this project might end before it even starts. I have lots of ideas. I do not have the, and I'm patient. Like, I'm a patient individual. But this is so painful for me for whatever reason. Alright, so that's all like that. That looks straight. Now I have to attach it. I even get the concepts of what's going on in here. Like, I know exactly what I want to do. It's just the physical act of making it happen. Like, I have a lot of respect for builders in general, but especially like that Carlingen is making. It doesn't even fit within what the game wants. Like, the game doesn't even want to do that. And see, I have patience. This is outside of that. This is outside of normal patience. So I need the floor to be higher than that. So if I double it, I mean this isn't a ship, it doesn't even have to fly. It doesn't have to do anything but be spawnable. I'm gonna see if how that height works to cover a lot of that. Now if I use a thinner floor plate, keep calm. Keeping calm is the easy part. Banging my head on the keyboard does seem like a valid option sometimes, though. Alright, so these are plates. I got decorative plates, probably. I just want floor, not mats, necessarily. Because they have a... they have a dark color and texture to them. I just need a thin, what are they called? There we go, thin floor panel. But they're directional corner. Oh man. Well, that turns it that way, and that rotates it that way, but there's no way to just rotate it around a single axis. There's going to be a warm welcome after I fly the last night. This is... ugh. See, this isn't going to work quite like just spacing wise. I need to work on the correct spacing to make it look nice. So how do we do that? Need things that are just flip this over. Oh. I will wait till you get here. I'm still here. I'm losing my will to live already. This is not nearly big enough. I have to make a whole room large enough that I can get away from it. Alright. Oh. Think this through without losing my patience. This is, I would totally easy build this if how the hell do I do this? I know what I want. I'm not sure I am like all of this, none of this matters. Like I built all this stuff first, but it's like I have to start with the decorative crap and work my way outwards. And frame the decorative stuff because I can't match the decorative to what I want. Like I can't make it fit the beaming that I have. I have to start kind of reverse of what I want to do. So, like that plate's probably the... shit. Now put it down. Now rotate it. Take it back up. And we want it here, but it's got to be down underneath that. What is it? Shift C? So like that. It needs to be underneath here. So then it rotates, you can't see anything. Alright, now how do these corner pieces work? Corner pieces. Rotate, alright. I assumed they matched. They are not matching. How do those... What is the match there? How the f these match anything? Alright. That way? It calls them the same thing and it calls them a corner, but what is... Ooh. Ah. Okay, so is that what it's calling a match? I think. I was thinking that it calls it a corner, but it's not an actual, it doesn't like continue that shape around the corner. So that's not what I was it's not quite the match I was going for, and these don't match side like the pattern. That pattern matches. That doesn't allow me to go around a corner. Okay. So change of plans. Have a great night, Addison. I hope you have a nice weekend. I'll be back on Sunday, but I won't see anybody tomorrow. And then Monday is PvP practice. I really don't know how you guys do this without wanting to poke your own eyes out. Nope. Well, Sunday could be PvP, but Monday is PvP practice with good praxis. So those come together at the corner, they do. Okay. Well, we'll be on the PTU this time. You're welcome to come. Was that that was you last time, right? That was that you in the PvP arena with us, Mustuga? I can't remember if it was you or it was Ghost. Yeah, it was you. Okay. Excellent. Yeah, come back. You're a good target to shoot at. If I put these in the corner, at least have some contrast in coloring in these corners. So I want it to be bright, but I don't want it to be just flat. And this should at least give some interest in the... Not that way. This way. Move there. It's you back up. What do these triangles look like? Well, they may work. Let's see. Let's see. Seems like a lot of effort. Let's see. I think he'll be there in 2 minutes or so. Excellent. Feel free to park anywhere. And then, oh, stop. Hey, Ghost, how are you? Oh, this is so painful. The more time I spend in here, the more time I admire those of you who live in here. Because, gosh, this makes easy build mode seem like such an amazing idea. Yeah, easy build seems like such an amazing thing when I mess around in here. Somebody with just a crappy little car went by. Terrible exhaust. Alright. What zone is your station, by the way? I'm at the edges of zones 2 and 3. So zone 2 is below me. Could you hear that? It sounded terrible. It was a little, I don't know what it was, but it was a terrible little car. And it had an exhaust that did not match the car correctly. It was sad. Yeah, that's what it sounded like. It was terrible. See, like, they give you these little corners, but now how do you have to, like, bolt all those corners together? That seems like a terrible... I mean, because there's, like, what, 18 little triangles there? There's no way to attach those, right? I just did all that, but there's no way to attach any of that stuff without seeing it. Is there? Like this little, you have to bolt these all down individually or weld them all down individually, correct? Somatic symptoms? What did you Google somatic symptoms for? Oh yeah. Yeah, stress is a nasty, nasty thing. Well, there's the problem there. I left two of those stupid triangles under there. Yeah, letting stress get to you can definitely cause physical problems. These don't line up, do they? When they're upside down. Me? At this point, I just want a bright... I just need a big room. Doesn't even have to be that big. It needs to be fairly large and have a turntable in the middle so I can stand an endo on this turntable and it slowly rotates while I use my second account to record it. But I want the inside to be brightly colored, so I'll paint all this stuff white, but I don't want it to be just flat white either, so I was hoping to put some other colors in it. But I just really, really suck at this stuff. Hey! Rouge, how are you today? Did you get a hang of the asteroid hauler eventually? Were you able to make a little bit of money? So this should, with the capital should, be simple. Yeah, so the room doesn't have to be very large. It just needs to be large enough for me to stand here and have a nice clear image of an endo standing on this, rotating, so that I can put all the different cosmetics armors on him and get a stable, clear picture with lots of light. So I'm going to put a bunch of lights above it and all the way around it so that, because the game is so dark that it's hard to see anything. You're really tempted. You made 700,000 units in the first traveling. That's incredible. Thanks. Yeah, I was trying to watch you. You went very slowly. Your asteroids were positioned way too high in your in the hauler, but you'll get the hang of it. I will figure out the number of lights once we get going, but we'll need light for sure, because it's just, I want a nice clear image. Need one more middle. Rotating work, does the player not remain in the rotation? Are you saying that if it rotates underneath you, does the endos turn with the plate? Is that what you're saying? Oh, these are not. Yeah, this is Rouge. If you're trying to learn how to build, I am not. The endo doesn't turn. See, that changes everything. I assumed standing on a rotating plate would turn the endo. Even if you're... That's frustrating. I mean, it's not impossible. It's just, it makes this entire building endeavor fruitless. That's all. I still need a bright room for the video, but I was hoping that I could just have him rotate. A nice smooth rotation. We need... I didn't even need YOLO, just need a... Well, I have to have two accounts. Well, yeah, I suppose the YOLO would let me stand on it. Oh, ha ha ha. If the endo doesn't rotate, then that changes everything. I'd finally started to like the way that looked, too. Just keep thinking. Alright, so anyways, I just have to build the room while I think of something else. Is there enough gap there? There is. Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's just easier for me to just move around manually at that point, but the point was for it to be simple. I'm not going to make a giant contraption. I don't have the patience or the skill at that point for this. If it has to be overly elaborate. But I can make the room that's still bright. And if something comes to me, then I will... either way, I need to continue to... I'm going to turn these... Oh, this one, rotate. Yeah, I think with YOLO you could just keep adding a degree or X number of degrees. I've had them rotate almost continuously. I've done that part. I just never tried to stand on one while it was moving. I just kind of assumed the way this game worked that it would allow you to rotate. Beep beep, my Uber has arrived. Alright, hold on. File. Save as. We're gonna call this the studio. Alright, file. Exit. Hey Paper, how are you? Oh look, I'm. Hopefully if I exit this time I'm not stuck in the floor. There. Alright. Let's see where he is. Where are you? Vega? Would you fly out here, Vega? That's not it. That's not it. Hey, Paper. Just messing around. We were doing some station building today. I was just playing in the SSC until Lingen crushed all of my hopes and dreams. Now I'm sad. So we're gonna find Vega somewhere. Oh, there he is. He's lost. I think I have. Whoa. I have everything for the capital ship. The last thing I did was Baltium. I think I have 50 copies of Baltium, and then there's some glass here. So we got 28 glass, 50 Baltium. So they do still tweet things occasionally. I tweet about Starbase all the time, and they occasionally make comments on them, but I haven't seen anything from them that was specifically in reference. They haven't initiated anything that was in reference to Starbase. What kind of ship is this, Vega? Is this your own? It looks pretty rad. Oh, it's the Dragon Wing from Ace Tech. There it is. Where's up? There we go. Look at all them buttons. Look at this cockpit. There's a rainbow of buttons. Oh, that's crazy. You lost your nose? Did you hit something on the way? Oh yeah, you did. It must have. He kissed an asteroid on the way here? On the last 12 kilometers. That's where I always hit something, is the last little bit. I start getting a little confident. You've still got a full set of rods. Did you forget about these on the outside, Vega? You had an entire... I see 6 at least. Oh, you only burned... So you did burn some of them. You had lots of rods left. You had four more rods. That is pretty badass looking. You had to be Grievous to pile this, yeah. That is pretty awesome. Now, does that cockpit slide forward? Oh yeah, it does. The canopy slides forward and lets you in. Look at all of this. So many buttons. Is it open on the top? That's pretty awesome. I love that it's dual seated too. That is a badass looking ship. Though it seems you got all sorts of stuff on the outside. The fuel rods are on the outside. A lot of wow, that is pretty awesome. Look, and you've got a couple more hiding in here. You still had six fuel rods left. You're golden. I like the bolting pattern, like a. Look at that. Just take that in. Look at the effort put into that. Alright, whoever built this is got a new level of respect from me, because that is crazy. I couldn't even build a square with a turntable in the middle. But you're welcome to use the ship hanger to repair it. This canopy button. I can't do anything, but I like this thing here. That little piece of railing with a progress bar on it. Wow. Can you open the fuel rod access? Oh, yeah. This is a fighter, of some sort. I see at least a few weapons on here. Let's see, what do we got? So those are lasers, and these are rails. So it's got 4 lasers and 2 rail guns. But you give me too much credit, Rouge. I am not above shooting another player. While I'm happy to help you out, I'm not above shooting you. Oh, there's more buttons hiding in here. The ammo port. Railguns is what we're talking about. These are 2 large railguns. The hatch is stuck. Moving parts break. I like the overlapping plates. Are they oh, they're Gesium, so you did go with something a little harder than where is the ammunition? It's all hiding underneath here. I'm not sure you can see very much. Maybe we can sneak in here. So that's navigation. Yeah, I really can't see the railgun from here. It's up there. Oh, hey, no. There, he got it open. I think that in there is the ammo. It's hiding way down in there. Upside down now. Let's see. Where's Vega? Probably in a group of some sort. Are we in a group? I'm not able to click anything. That's not good. Can you guys still hear me? I've my game has frozen. Yeah, my game's frozen. Awesome, awesome. Alright, give me a second while I cancel. Just give me a second, I have to stop Starbase and then restart it. It's frozen. If Steam will let me function. Oh, it looked like it came out. Thanks, Paper, I will. Come on. Alright, I have to restart Steam completely. Awesome. Gotta love that. Is the, okay. That's going. This is awkward. It still says Starbase is running. Starbase is not running. Confirm. Awesome. Super broken. Okay, now we're gonna try it again. It finally quit. Sorry about this, guys. I have no idea what happened. That's the first time. I shouldn't say that. Starbase has frozen a couple of times in all the time I've played it, but not very much. It does all sorts of weird stuff, but freezing up isn't normally one of those. All right, we're almost back in. Oh. Let's see if it Awesome. Well, I'm back in, but it's not showing it to you. Oh, I just can't win today, can I? Game window. Change. Starbase. Oh, there's something weird going on. Bear with me, guys. I apologize. I don't know what happened, but it's not being it's not doing what I want it to do. That's what. All right, so we're gonna choose this. I'm gonna change it to that, and then see if I change it back to Starbase if it works. You're not gonna let me show Starbase? Good night, Ghost. Alright, So Starbase doesn't want to... They don't want you to see... Starbase doesn't want to be seen right now. Alright, well, I guess that's what we're going to call it then, because I think I'm going to have to restart. I don't know what's going on. This is weird. I have all sorts of problems, but this normally isn't one of them. So, I guess I'll call the stream at this point because I'm going to have to restart my computer and see what's going on. So I want to say thank you to everybody that has come here. And Vega, thank you for coming out. I really want to take a better... Yeah, it's got to be the middle of the night there anyways. I will, I might be able to get back on later. I want to do some more station work, and then I need to get back to Elysium so we can build the capital. So I want to thank everybody for coming. I want to thank you for your attention and your time and the conversation. I really enjoy the chatting and the learning about this game. So once again, thank you, and I will talk to you guys maybe later tonight, but more likely on Sunday. Take it easy, take care, and have a great night and a great weekend.